Hello. I hope you're not feeling anxious right now, but if you are, or if you're not, we're going to go through some of the best ways that I try to cope with my anxiety, or if I'm feeling like I am going to be panicking or I am having a panic attack. So, the first thing that I like to do is boxed breathing. This is something that is pretty well known and talked about. There's various ways of doing it. However, my favorite way of doing it is literally drawing a box with my fingers. So we're gonna do this together. So I want you to just sit down somewhere or stand up, whatever you feel comfortable doing, and take your finger and you're gonna draw a box. When you're drawing up, you're gonna breathe in. When you go this way, you're going to hold that breath. And when you go down, you're gonna release that breath. So we're gonna do it together now. Okay, so we just did it a couple times. I'm really happy if you did it as well. Good job. When you're really anxious, at times it can be very difficult to do that. And it's hard to push yourself. But one thing that's really important to remember with anxiety is that you really need to work with yourself, be kind to yourself, and try your best to do as much as you can to help calm yourself down. Every time I do that breathing exercise, every time I release my breath, it feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I feel like I'm getting closer to calmness. And by doing that, especially by drawing it out, you're very fixated on the actual practice. And rather than thinking about whatever you were thinking about, or thinking about your anxiety, or thinking about being anxious, whatever you were thinking about, you're more focused on the breathing and the actual drawing of the box. So the next thing that I like to do is, if that doesn't work, or if I feel like not doing box breathing, the next thing that I like to do, it's called a healing glow. So essentially, I usually sit down when I'm doing this, and I just close my eyes. So we're gonna do this together, and I'm gonna talk about it while I do it. So I close my eyes. I think about where I feel my anxiety. I typically feel my anxiety in my chest or in my stomach, but most likely in my chest most of the time. So let's say that you feel anxiety in your stomach or in your throat, in your chest, wherever it is. Let's focus on that anxiety in your body. So I'm gonna think about where it is in my chest. I'm thinking about it, it's in my chest. And I'm gonna think about a color that makes me feel calm and peaceful. So my healing color is green. I'm gonna think about that green color. I'm gonna think about that anxiety in my chest. I'm gonna wrap that anxiety with the green color that I think of. Your color could be any color that makes you feel calm. I'm wrapping it, I'm healing it with the green color. I'm wrapping the anxiety in my chest. It's wrapped. And now that it is wrapped, I am going to wrap my whole existence, my whole body, everything around me in this color. And as I do this, I feel healing throughout my body because I'm wrapping my body with this healing color. I'm also thinking about how I feel. Do I still feel this heaviness on my chest? Let's say you still feel the heaviness in your chest or wherever you feel your anxiety in your body. So after we've wrapped our whole body, let's think about that if it's still there. It's still in your chest. I want you to push it. Think about it. Actually, sorry, before you push it, think about where it's rotating. Is it rotating clockwise, counterclockwise? So let's say it's rotating clockwise. We're gonna push it the other way. So we're gonna push that feeling that we have in our chest counterclockwise. We're gonna push it. We're gonna think about pushing it. We're gonna think about reversing our thoughts. And the energy that you put in, I'm gonna open my eyes now, the energy that you put into pushing your anxiety the opposite direction, you're so focused on literally pushing something that you're not thinking about the anxiety itself. That's the second step if you do not feel healing after wrapping your body in the color that you like, envisioning your body being wrapped in green, that part of your body being wrapped, being healed, okay? So the next thing, these are all sort of like grounding exercises. So the last thing is another grounding exercise, and it's essentially choosing 3 things that you hear, that you smell, and that you feel, that you see. It could be 3 things of anything. Usually it's 3 things that you see, feel, hear, sometimes smell, depends. So I'm gonna practice that right now. Let's say I'm anxious. I'm gonna sit here and think, I can feel the chair that I'm sitting on. I can feel it against my body. I can feel the pressure of it, okay? I can feel my hands. I can feel my hands on me right now. I can feel the warmth of the sun touching my skin, touching my body. I can hear cars outside. I can hear my family members downstairs. I can hear kids playing in the street. I can see the windows. I can see the houses outside of my house. I can see my phone. I can see the curtains. I don't smell anything, but let's say that I could. I could smell food being prepared downstairs. I can smell my perfume. Like, you're thinking about with your sensations, what you can feel, what you can see, things like that. That allows you to ground to where you are right now. It's allowing you to be mindful in the present where you are right now. Another really good technique is journaling, writing down how you feel. So let's say you have nightmares, you can wake up in the morning and you can write them down. You can change the ending of your nightmare by writing it down. So for example, let's say you have a dream where something bad happens, somebody's chasing after you, you can write that dream and then respond to that dream, and write down how you would change that dream. So that's a way of changing an anxious, something that gives you anxiety. And even just writing down like what gives you anxiety, how you feel, even if you don't know what's giving you anxiety, how you feel during that moment, what you can do, and just writing your feelings, because a lot of the times what you feel, it's just like it's trapped in your mind and you need to release it somewhere. And it can be a creative way, like writing it out. You can draw, you can color, and obviously the things that I just demonstrated with you guys. Anyways, I hope I helped you guys. I'm always here for you, and I hope you're feeling a lot better, and I hope you can implement the ideas that I just suggested. Goodbye.